Tell me a little bit about your time in boot camp.
So, for the Army, it's basic training, and for infantry, it's called OSET, which means One-Stop Unit Training, OSUT. And so we did 9 weeks of very basic boot camp stuff where it's the same for everyone that joins the military. The next 4 weeks were specific infantry training. And so for those 9 weeks, the initial 9 weeks, they have what's called red, white, and blue phases. And red phase is you're treated absolutely terribly. It's a lot of stuff to break you down, to like make you lose a lot of the behaviors that you have as a civilian. And then in white and blue phases, they start treating you more like a responsible person, but they're still in control of your life in every way. After that ended, for the actual infantry training, it was pretty much 4 weeks of learning how to maneuver with a squad and how to assault buildings, go into buildings and clear them out, basically.
All right, and what was your personal opinion about the way that they treated you in the red, white, and blue phases?
Oh, I mean, they're doing it with a purpose. It's not fun initially, and it seems like it lasts forever. But after it's over with, it really feels like, oh, that was actually really easy once it's over with.
So it's like a little phase of like they're taking all your bad habits and getting rid of them and help building up new ones and better ones?
Yeah, it's also for most people, for anyone really doing it, it's the first time that you're getting used to, on a regular basis, a 20-hour or more day. Like you wake up at 5 a.m. and then you don't know when you go to sleep. You might go to sleep at 2 a.m. and they still wake you up again at 5 a.m. And it's just like that each time. And you can't sleep or take naps at all during the day. And then you spend most of the entire day running or doing some other physical activity. So it's just you're on the move the whole time.
Do you recall the day your service ended?
I do. I was really sad. You know, it seemed like a blink of an eye. 27 years went by so fast. And if I had another 20 on me, I'd do it in a heartbeat, all over, you know. Yeah, I still get a little sad about it, sure. I mean, you think about it, you know, this is your uniform, your life every day, you know. Now you have to think about, now I'm going to have to coordinate suits and shoes and purses. And I'm like, before you, like, well, I got the uniform, same uniform all the time. Occasionally it changes with the weather, but yeah, I had to learn style and stuff like that.
What was it like for you to readapt to civilian life?
Oh, readapting. That was always, the last one was the hardest, I think, when coming back from the desert, just because, geez, you're so busy and you're at such high tempo and always on the alert. You should always be on alert, but there's some assignments where you're a little more than others, have a lot more responsibility than others. But and in this case, yeah, it was. It took me a while to kind of learn to tone it down, and it's okay for the house to be quiet. I don't always have to be running around and don't always have to be in charge. But it took a while to readjust to my home, because when I came back after 18 months, it was an 18-month assignment. My child was, I missed half of his kindergarten and all of his first grade. He was already in second grade by the time I came home, and I didn't know where my silverware. I had to get reacquainted with the kitchen, because for 18 months I didn't have to cook. So there's a whole, okay, now I don't have to wear a uniform for a while, you know. So there's a lot of adjusting. And fortunately they give you about a 6-month adjustment period.
How did your experience in the military affect your thinking or opinion about war and the military?
I have one little story to tell and a little confession to make. I remember my homecoming, and then when I believe it was Desert Storm, when the guys came back, you know, they got all these cheers and they even got a parade, and I was very resentful of that because of mine. But I joined the VFW and have since changed my attitude about our wars and our servicemen and women who serve in them. And of course, we at the VFW vow that, well, us Vietnam veterans at the VFW vow that no other service person will come home and experience, get choked, what we did.